This is the open the box part of the video. This is the carrying case that you get with the kit. Inside you can see you can hold 2 long batteries, 2 cartomizers, and the USB charger. Instead of 1 long batteries, you can also hold 2 more cartomizers right there. One of my complaints about GreenSmoke is I wish it'd be a PCC. I know there's a lot of companies out there that makes the same exact size for the 808s that's a PCC. Unfortunately, GreenSmoke, it's a modified version of the 808, so the connections don't fit. So you can't use them with the PCCs. But that's the case that you get with the Pro Kit. And then we'll turn this around. It's got a magnet start. Let's see what we got in here. You got some coupons. You get $20, 15%. You got some instruction manuals on how to do all that. I always recommend reading through them. Alright, we get down to the gritty. You got the long battery and the short battery. The long battery will last you 240 puffs, and the short battery will last you 140 puffs. I already went through and tested that. Okay. Then we got inside the actual kit. This is the wall adapter. This just comes down. You plug that into the wall, and then inside there you plug your USB adapter, which is right here. That plugs into there, and then you screw your battery into the bottom of that, and that's how you charge your batteries. Next you have your flavor packs, which I got both menthol, as I'm a menthol smoker, used to be anyways. So with these I was able to quit smoking. I actually started with GreenSmoke a few months ago, and that was what got me off regular analog cigarettes, as we call them, or regular cigarettes. And then you have the car adapter. Just plug that into your cigarette lighter. And then you have 2 USB ports, so you can charge your batteries on the go. And last but definitely not least is your USB pass-through. Now this is actually very useful. What you do is you can plug this into your computer. You can plug it into the wall with that wall adapter. Move this over so you guys can see all that. You can plug it into the wall adapter, or you can plug it into the car adapter, and then you plug your cartomizer right onto the end of that and vape from that. This way you don't have to have a fully charged battery. It always is charged because it's getting electricity right from the USB. And that is what is inside the Pro Kit. The Pro Kit currently is, I believe, $99.98 at greensmoke.com. It's definitely a good kit to have, and it helps you get off cigarettes. Like I said, it was my first starter kit to get me off cigarettes. I've been vaping since 2008, off and on. And a lot of times I'd start smoking, and I'd go to vaping, then I'd go back to smoking, go back to vaping, and GreenSmoke was the first one that actually got me completely off cigarettes. So I highly recommend GreenSmoke. In my opinion, there are some better ones out there, but for a starter, GreenSmoke is definitely a good place to start. Alright, this is Josh from Consumer E-Cig Reviews, and this has been opening a box of GreenSmoke Pro Kit. Hello, I'm Josh from AdvancedEcigReviews.com. Today I'm reviewing GreenSmoke's Pro Kit. I'm using the long battery for my examples today, and I'm using a menthol cartomizer. What I like about their Mini is it's nice and light, has a little bit of weight to it. You can feel some of them are a little bit lighter, some are heavier. The battery lasts a little bit longer than a lot of the other Minis out there, so that might be with some of the weight, but it's not where it's like weighing you down heavy. Definitely has a nice feel to it. Has a great amount of vapor. Now with the long battery, you can expect to get 240 puffs out of. The short battery, you can get 140 puffs out of it. And each cartomizer, you can expect to get 150 to 160 puffs. Now you're saying, okay, what does that mean to me? Okay. A typical regular cigarette, you get about 10 puffs out of, 10 to 15 puffs. Whereas a 100, you get about 20 puffs, 15 to 20 puffs. So if you used to smoke just regular cigarettes, then each cartomizer is going to last you about a pack to a pack and a half. If you used to smoke 100s, then each cartomizer is going to get you about half a pack. And as far as a short battery, each cartomizer is going to last about the same time as a short battery, whereas a long battery, you're going to get one and a half. About 1.5 cartomizers before you're going to have to recharge the battery. Which brings me to one of my pet peeves with GreenSmoke. They don't have any PCCs. And what a PCC stands for is a portable charging case. And what that does is it's a case similar to the case that they offer. Okay, and the case that they offer allows you to put your batteries in there. You can put your USB charger. Now there's some cases out there on the market that the top half is actually one big battery. And you plug in your battery at the bottom and it keeps your battery charged. And it can actually charge your battery 4 to 5 times. And there's a lot of e-cigarette companies out there that offer that so that you can take your e-cigarette with you to go. And, if you're going away for the weekend, or a few days, you always have your battery charged no matter where you are. And every time you go to use your e-cigarette, you always have a fully charged battery, so you always have the best, vaping experience. So that's kind of one of my pet peeves with GreenSmoke. That and the compatibility issue. If you don't like their flavors, you're kind of stuck with their flavors. It uses an 808 type of connector, but the threads are different. So you can't get other cartomizers from other companies and expect them to be compatible. It is strictly right from GreenSmoke, and that's it. With that being said, they do have good flavors, so you're in luck. You order from them, you're going to have a good experience with vaping. I've been actually vaping since 2008. I've gone from everything. If you've been around e-cigarettes, then 901s, 801s, the DSC 801s and 901s, KR 808s, and Egos. I've tried them all. I'd try them for a while, I'd be good. Then it's like, my wife's smoking, I'll go back and I'll smoke some more. I tried the GreenSmoke about 3 months ago before I started getting into a whole bunch of other types. But with GreenSmoke, it was the first one where my wife would say, I'm going outside for a cigarette. I tried to get her into vaping, and just it's not for her no matter what kind I try. But so she still smokes, unfortunately, and it smells. But she would say, you want to come out for a cigarette with me? I'd say, sure. In the past, when I'd vape, I'd go out and I'd actually have a real cigarette with her, and I'd come back in the house and I'd vape. But now, when I started with the GreenSmoke, I'd say, okay, I'd go out with her and she'd have her cigarette and I'd have my GreenSmoke. I actually preferred having a GreenSmoke over having an analog cigarette. Which analog, if you're not familiar with, they call them, these are digital cigarettes, and the old style's analog. That's one of the ways they call it, just in case you're not familiar with the term. So GreenSmoke definitely does make a good analog e-cigarette. And the battery lasts a decent length of time, considering it is a mini. Are there other batteries out there that last longer? Absolutely. But you're looking at getting into the mods where you're looking at bigger styles, and some people don't want to carry a bigger e-cigarette out. You have big ones like this, as an example. Bring it back. You have other e-cigarettes out there, but some people, they just want to keep their little e-cigarette. And if you want to keep a little e-cigarette, the blue is definitely, or the GreenSmoke is definitely the way to go. So I definitely recommend it. And Like I said, the taste is there. The battery life is good. Decent amount of vapor. Like I said, I'm using the menthol. Menthol has great flavor. GreenSmoke also has excellent customer service. If something should happen with your order, they're more than willing to help you. If something happens with your battery, for some reason you receive a battery that's dead, or if it goes dead quick or something happens, they have extremely excellent customer service. So their customer service is great. I mean, everything about them is just wonderful. So I'll be rating them at 9.5 on a mini scale. And definitely, if you're looking at getting the mini, definitely give GreenSmoke a try. It's definitely worth your while to try it, and you won't be disappointed. Again, I'm Josh from AdvancedECigReviews.com, and I'll give you one more show from the side. Lots of vapor. And again, Josh from AdvancedECigReviews.com. If you have any questions, post it on YouTube. Visit my website. We have where you can leave your own reviews of GreenSmoke and other brands that we have on there. If there's any brands you want us to check out for you, just let us know, and we'll get in touch with the manufacturer and try to get one to review. All right, and thank you very much.